Boy, we got another good another good day on the track. Another good day on the track. Please, thumbs up the video. Please do that right now. If you're watching this, thumbs it up right now. Please do that because it helps push the videos out. Like I said, it helps push it out. It's free of charge. Thumbs it up. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you are new. Please do that. I'm here the rest of the week. I'm going to be here for the rest of the season and many more to come. But we got a lot to talk about. I think we're going to start off with the hurdles, the 100 hurdles start list for the semifinals. I'm very excited about one heat in particular because it's perfect. But then the other ones are bloodbaths. But we got the 200 where what I wanted happened. Shocker. And it's got some controversy with it. And then we got, what else? We got the 400 hurdles. The GOAT is officially really stamped. People thought that she was going to be challenged. She let y'all know she ain't. And somebody else snuck in there and upset. And then the 110s. One of my favorites, damn near won. Almost won, but we're going to get to it. That's literally one of my favorites, almost won. But I'm super happy with the results. But let's go. Let's get on into it. All right, so we started off the day this morning with the 4x1 relays for the women and the men. So with the 4x1 relay that ran today, I'm assuming it's definitely going to be the 4x1 that's going to run in the finals, which I feel like this was needed after watching what happened. We have, for the women for the United States, we have on first leg, Melissa Jefferson, second leg, TeeTee Terry, third leg, Gabby Thomas, who is the 200-meter champion of the Olympics. And then we have silver medalist Sha'Carri Richardson anchoring home. So this, I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, especially when it comes to the handoffs. The talent is there. That wasn't the question. My question was the handoffs. How are they going to look? How smooth is this going to go? Considering what we've known about the drama with the relay camps. Not only that, just knowing that what they did at World Championships, well, actually, because Melissa wasn't on the first leg, it was Tamari, which I find interesting, too, that Tamari and Aaliyah Hobbs were both out there, and I don't think they're going to be used for the finals, but they were not used for the semis, which I find interesting, though, but I don't know what the rules are, because apparently the rules are saying that you can only take one off, which I hate, but I'm assuming that they're going to take two off, considering the men's. We're going to get to that, but first leg, Melissa Jefferson. Let me get to the splits. Melissa Jefferson's split was 11:34. Yeah, her split was 11:34, which I think is interesting. But her split is 11:34. TeeTee Terry was booking it down the backstretch. Her split was 10:02. Now, this is where it got rough. And it's not, and I'm not putting this blame on TeeTee. Because if you watch the race back, coming down the backstretch, TeeTee was literally trying to get to Gabby. Gabby took off quicker than she should have. Like, she didn't really give TeeTee the time to get to her, which as TeeTee is she's decelerating to get to Gabby, to then Gabby push off. She's decelerating, but Gabby's taking off, which now makes TeeTee now have to pick it back up to go get to Gabby and get it to her within the passing zone. That's another thing, too. I was like, this could have been terrible. And it could have gotten them disqualified. But Gabby ended up getting the stick. She got the stick, I want to say third out of every other lane. So she had to book it to Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri got the stick second. Germany was out in front of Sha'Carri just a little bit. But Sha'Carri ended up walking old girl down, looking to the right, them knees. When Sha'Carri get them knees pumping, she's textbook sprinting. Like, her knee lift is chef's kiss. But she was pumping them knees, looked to old girl to the side like, here, have this. Boom, 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 and hit her at the end. But they ran 41. What they run? They ran 41.94. Fastest qualifying time to get into the finals. Great Britain, they were in the second heat. They were the best. They had an issue with their handoff. I think it was Amani Lancico over to their third leg. It didn't look as smooth. It looked like she kind of borderline was about to throw it because she was almost out of the lane too. But they fixed it. They got it together to win their heat, 42.03 going into the finals. Those are the two fastest qualifying times for the women. But yeah, like I said, USA, they're going to have to fix that. They're going to have to fix that. I don't think they're going to take anybody off. Honestly, if you ask me, Tamari Davis, the way she ran that first leg at Worlds last year, she would have been my first pick for first leg at all times. But we'll see. You can't take Melissa Jefferson off. Melissa just won bronze. Like, you can't take her off. Sha'Carri's going to be on the anchor leg. TeeTee is stamping herself as the permanent backstretch because she tears that thing up. And Gabby, like I said, she fixed her turn. She fixed her turn as we saw in the finals last night and in the semifinals the other day. It's just she needs to wait and allow TeeTee to get to her so she can then burn that thing up and get it to Sha'Carri. And they could be on world record pace. That world record has not been broken since 2012 with Carmelita Jeter, Tiana Madison, Allison Felix, and Bianca Knight. The greatest to ever do it. So we'll see if they can do that. But we're going to now move to the men's section of the 4x100. And this one for the USA, they had out there Christian Coleman on first leg, Fred Kerley on second leg, Kyree King on third, and Courtney Lindsey on fourth. Christian Coleman always going to give you a strong first leg. His handoff to Fred was shaky. He borderline had to grab with the left hand. He's passing with the right, but grab with the left hand to make sure that Fred had it in his hand, which I thought was crazy because it's like these two, you fully expect smooth handoffs between these two. But Fred ended up handing that off to Kyree seamlessly. And Kyree tore that damn third leg up. Tore it up. And I'm proud. I'm happy for him because Kyree, I feel so bad too considering the fact that he could have possibly done something in that 100 final for U.S. trials because we all know his qualifying. He was third place in his semifinal. And his time was legal. The win was legal. The other two qualifiers that got into the trials final, they had not win legal times. They had illegal win times, but they still got in. And their times were, there was one that was the same time as Kyree's, but he ended up going in, which I was like, damn, that sucks. But for Kyree to finally get out here, be an Olympian, get to run in this, I love that for him. He passed that thing off to Courtney Lindsey. Courtney Lindsey, I also wanted to see, I wanted him on the team in the 100, at least in the 200 too, because 200, I feel like the 200 is his better event. Even though the 100 is good, his 100 is good too. But Courtney got that stick, boomed, and like left everybody in the back. Those two were the best two legs. Those were the best two legs. And it's unfortunate because I don't know. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I was about to say they're both going to be off. But then again, sitting here thinking about what happened later on today, which we're going to get into, Courtney might still be on that final leg. We don't know. But we're going to see. But I feel like both of them, they should be on legs for the future, for sure. But what I want to talk about, too, Canada, they ended up getting through in third. Andre DeGrasse had to hawk down. But Jamaica for the men, they finished fourth because Shane Thompson got the, and I feel like it was, did they have a bad pass? If I remember correctly, I can't remember if they had a bad pass or not, but regardless, they finished fourth and failed to qualify for the finals. It's a bad Olympics for Jamaica. Like, it's crazy. Which I think is taking a little bit. That's the thing. We love a Jamaican USA battle, but we're not gonna get it for the men, and that would have been blistering. But we're not gonna get it. The United States go into the finals with the fastest time, 37:47. South Africa's second best, 37:94. So we'll see what those final legs are, because as we all know, what we just saw later, we're gonna talk about it, could shake some stuff up for that final leg on the men's 4x1. Next, actually, I want to talk about their splits. Christian Coleman split 1040. Fred Kerley split 898 on that backstretch, booming. Kyree 921 on the turn, booming. Courtney Lindsey 888, booming. Like they did that. All right, let's talk about these 100 hurdles semifinals. I was nervous as fuck to see these. I had an interview today. I was nervous about that alone. That went great. And when I got out of that, I looked at my phone. My friend sent me that darn list, and I got to see something good, but then a bunch of crazy heats. But like I said, we know the women's hurdles, that, in my opinion, is the deepest event in track and field. The deepest event in track and field. And we're about to show you why. But the first semifinal heat that we have has the world record holder, Tobi Amusan, previous world champion. We have two-time world champion and current reigning champion, Danielle Williams. We got the indoor world record holder and indoor world champion reigning, Devynne Charlton. And we got Grace Stark, the NCAA champion, in this one heat. And keep in mind, we got 2 auto cues, and then the next 2 fastest times go to the finals. like I said, we're gonna lose some big hitters. Out of this semifinal, the ones that I see getting out, considering how they've run all season, I see Tobi getting out of this one, and I see Danielle getting out of this one. It's gonna be hard, and I feel like this one, we might lose Devynne and we might lose Grace. And the reason I say this, the last heat that we're gonna talk about, I feel like the auto cues are coming from there. Because that last heat is stacked than stacked. This is stacked, but that's stacked than stacked. Bloodbath. And that starts at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And I'm going to be up watching it. Because I feel like a lot of these girls should definitely be in the finals. But that's going to be rough. Because we're going to lose. Because there's only 8 spots in the finals. And there's so many girls that can make it. But Devynne and Grace, I see not making it, which I hate. But we'll see. Anything can happen. It's the hurdles. But that's just my prediction. Semifinal number 2. This was the semifinal I saw. This is the semifinal that made me want to jump out of my skin. Because we have Nadine, Visser. We have Alaysha Johnson. We have Tebogo. Those are the ones that are to watch from this semifinal. Lele got the best draw. She got the best hand. I just want Lay to get out there and execute her race the way she knows and she has been doing. Lay has not clipped a hurdle. She has not clipped a hurdle since Doha, which was back, I want to say, late May. She, ever since Doha, she has gotten back to being consistently she's been flawless over hurdles since then. She has not hit a hurdle since then. And we all know that whenever she's clean, she has the closing speed. She's fixed her start. Her start that's always been her area of opportunity. And she did that last season, fixing that, going on a tear indoors. Early part of 2023, won USA is the indoor champion. So she's fixed that start, and you have to have a good start to win. She beat damn near everybody in Europe, and then came back and won the championship. So that first 60 is good, but her last 40 is always her best part of the race. So for her to fix that, but like I said, where was she at? LA, she was second, almost ran down Tania Marshall to win. Eugene, she didn't get out as great, but she finished strong, finished 5th in a stacked heat with a bunch of these girls. Did not hit no hurdles, didn't hit hurdles in LA, didn't hit hurdles in New York, where she almost ran down Devynne to win. And then we saw her at trials, 3 consecutive 12 threes, did not hit a single hurdle. And then how she ran yesterday, Yesterday, a clean, smooth 12-6. To set up her rounds right. Lay is setting her rounds up right. All she got to do is get out there and be Lele, be relaxed, run that clean, execute, lean at the line. You in the finals. Lele in the finals, and it's time for Lele to get her check. It's time for her to get paid, and it's time for her to get that medal. Imagine Lay winning this. I'm putting my money on Lay to win it. I'm always putting my money on her to win it. But imagine her winning gold, unsponsored, considering everything that she's been through since she came back into the sport. Being one of the top 10 hurdlers every single season and continue to get spit on, continue to get overlooked when she should have been had a contract, when there's girls that are running 13 seconds and have not ever made teams that have sponsorships, she deserves this. That would be the craziest story. But I see Lay getting out of there, and I see Nadine Visser, honestly. Tebogo could definitely get that second spot. But I see Lele clean winning this. And if not winning it, she'll get second. But I see her winning this from my lips to God's ears. Please let this happen. But Lay, I want her in them finals. But we're going to move to the semifinal of death. We got Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, the Olympic champion. Has not missed a medal in the last 3 years. World Championships or Olympics. And she looked like JCQ that we all know as of yesterday. Like that heat that she ran, clean, smooth, quick, fastest qualifying time into the semis. Ackera Nugent, she is always a championship performer. Always. Like NCAAs last year, it was her, Masai, and Aaliyah Armstrong, the 3 big hitters coming in. She was the cleanest, and she was the one that executed the best race and won. She won the indoors too. Then she goes outside at their Jamaican trials this season and runs 12:28. Ackera, and then we saw how she ran yesterday. Dog. Masai Russell. very similar to Lele. Give her a clean race. Foot speed. She might not be the first one out the blocks, which she typically is, as she normally was in college. But this year, I feel like she's been working on just being clean to where she might have just let her start be what it is and work on finishing home. Masai, let her be clean. She can win it. And then we got the hometown favorite, Cyrena Samba-Mayela. Always been a dog indoors. This season, she made her turnaround outdoors. She broke PR. She was like 12.6 coming into this season and got it all the way down to 12.31, almost 12.2. And she's at home. She's going to have that crowd backing her. Semifinal of death. And then you can't count out San December either, because even though she ain't run as fast as these four, she's always been in the finals. She's always been in the finals. Semifinal of death. I'm telling you, there's 5 names here, which really, realistically, the first 4 are the ones that are going to be fighting to get out of this. My prediction, I see Jasmine winning this. I see Ackera Nugent second. I see Masai and Cyrena fighting for third, but I see these two getting the little Q automatic qualifiers, or not automatic, the little Q qualifiers on to the finals. It sucks because every last one of those girls deserve to be in the finals, and somebody might not. But I truly believe that this will be the heat where we get the little Qs. But them hurdles, they setting them up. And them hurdles is about to be something else tomorrow morning. But let's move into tonight's events. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are down below, and let's keep it moving. All right, so the long jump, I want to talk about that. Tara Davis Woodhall, her and Jasmine Moore were 1 and 2 the whole way. Tara is the Olympic champion. Shout out to her. Congratulations to her. And shout out to Jasmine Jones. 2 consecutive bronze medals in 1 Olympics. Talk about it. Big stuff. But let's move from there to the 200-meter final for the men. Coming into this, it was Letsile Tebogo, Kenny Bednarek, Noah Lyles. Those were the big 3 that we were looking at. Everybody, we all expect Noah Lyles to win. Noah Lyles has not been beaten for, 3 years since he last lost in the Olympics, until yesterday when Tebogo beat him in that semifinal. And like I told y'all, Tebogo was looking good. He looked like he had so much more to give. So I was like, Tebogo, you get out here, you put your race together, you got it. But Kenny also been looking good, been wanting to win, been wanting to beat Noah since he lost to him at trials. And Kenny had that chip on his shoulder. Like I told y'all, he had that chip on his shoulder not getting a medal in the 100. He wanted a medal in the 100 too. But I want to talk about the way they came out. The intros, Kenny came out there, gave a little bit of a little jump, getting the crowd hype. But that was it. Went to his spot, cool, calm, and collected, saved that energy. Tebogo is the coolest motherfucker on the track. He came out there just cool, calm, and collected, did his little that he always do, and got to his spot, game face, poker face, ready to go. I said, that's how you supposed to get out here and do it. Save all that energy. Noah Lyles gets out here. This is the second time. It did not work against him in the 100 because he went out there and ran damn near 50 meters in the 100 before he had to go run the 100 meters. But he went out there and ran about 70 meters, jumping up and down, doing all this extra shit, knowing that he got to run a 200 in less than 2 minutes. That's where I was like, why are you wasting all this energy, bro? Like, what are you doing? You just ran 5 rounds. 2 in the 100 and 3 in the 100 and 2 in the 200. You're going to need that energy. But I was like, okay, here we go. We're going to see what's going to happen. So they line up. Kenny booked, and then this is the thing too. Kenny, word on the curb is Kenny had to fight to get a better lane assignment. I don't think I talked about the lane assignments yesterday, but he was essentially in lane 4. Noah was in 5. I think Knighton was in 6 and Tebogo was in 7. They ended up switching it and putting Kenny had to fight to get that lane that he deserved, because putting him in 4 when he won his semifinal was crazy. There's no reason why he should have been in 4. He should have been in the premier lane, but he ended up fighting for it and he got his lane that he needed. I'm trying to find the race so I can watch it back too. But he ended up getting his lane assigned to, I think, 8. But Kenny got out, and when Kenny got out, he was out. But Tebogo was with him Noah was coming off the turn. Kenny was in the front by like a little bit over Tebogo, but Tebogo immediately caught up and they was running neck and neck. Noah was in third. So I'm like, oh shit! I'm screaming, go, 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 because I'm rooting for Tebogo and I'm rooting for Kenny. I'm like, go, 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 because I knew Noah was about to come. As they continue down, probably at like maybe 110, 120, Tebogo is pulling away, and as he's pulling away, Kenny is still with him a little bit, but he starts to fade, and I'm looking at Noah like, uh-oh, here comes the top end speed. Where was it at? Where was it at? Tebogo was gone. He was all the way through the line. He didn't even run through the line. He dapping himself up. He knew what's that. Like, he looking up at the clock. He could see that ain't nobody coming behind me. This is mine. Finish. Gold. Gold. Tebogo is golden. Kenny got silver again. And Noah Lyles got bronze again. Again. And I said, see, that energy that you used doing all that jumping and stuff, no matter how much energy you have doing all that jumping and stuff, after you just ran 5 rounds, you have 5 rounds in your legs. You're going to need that. But then we see Noah Lyles on the ground, and I'm not going to say that this is not true because I'm going to believe it, and I hope that he's okay. Even though I'm not a fan of him, and I'm happy. I ain't going to say I'm happy that he lost, but I'm happy that Tebogo won. This is a humbling experience. But I hope he is okay because it has been revealed that he has COVID, and he found out 2 days ago, which to me I think is crazy because he just ran a semifinal yesterday and we heard nothing of it. Nothing of it. But now that he lost the race, now we hear something of it. And I'm like, that's taken away from Tebogo's moment because they really spent a lot of time talking about Noah Lyles being having COVID. And then they bring the medical out there to help him, of course, which I hope that they do that. And I want them to do that because I want him to be okay. But that was the main focus. It kind of took attention away from Tebogo's moment, which I do not like. I hate that because I'm like, why all of a sudden y'all want to now bring this out? It's now coming out as now it looks like an excuse as to why he lost. No, he lost that race because he got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped, and not only that, he used all that energy knowing that he was sick. First of all, why are you even running with COVID? Which I think Paris, y'all are crazy for even allowing him to do that. That's unsafe. That's putting him in harm, but that's also putting the other racers in harm's way because you're exposing them to possibly end up getting COVID too. So, and COVID's nothing to fuck with. Like, we already know there's so many people that have lost their lives to COVID. So, for them to allow that, that's crazy. For Noah to get out there and be doing all that jumping, knowing that he's low energy and he's sick, that was crazy too. And it was a very dumb, stupid move because he could have saved all that energy to win the race. Who knows if he would have won, but he could have possibly won because he exerted all that energy that he does not have. So, crazy, but shout out to Tebogo. Tebogo ran a national record, put himself at number 5 all time. He ran, where is it at? Put him at number 5 all time. He ran, 1946. That puts him behind Noah Lyles at number 3 all time. Johan Blake is number 2, and Usain Bolt, 1919, OG, GOAT, is number 1. So, Tebogo, like I said, and I still feel like Tebogo has so much more to give. He could have ran 19.3, if you ask me. But shout out to Tebogo. Shout out to Kenny Bednarek. He got silver. Tebogo also, 21 years old. He's the youngest man to win 200-meter gold since 1956. That's crazy. It's history for Botswana. He's the first African man to win gold in the 200 meters at the games. Tebogo just breaking history. And I love it for him, too, because he lost his mom, I think, a couple months ago now. So another big story that needs to be talked about. Hopefully Sprint caught this. But so many stories that need to be told in season 2 of Sprint, which is why I hope they expand who they were covering. They were covering like Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri, the big 3 from Jamaica, Zarnell Hughes, Marcel, Fred a little bit. Get to them hurdlers. Let's talk about the hurdlers. Let's talk about some of these other stories out here. Tebogo, let's talk about him. There's so many other stories that need to be spread and so many other stories that need to be talked about. So hopefully that's what's going to go down. But shout out to them and shout out to Noah Lyles, though. At the end of the day, he was sick and he still got a bronze medal. He still got a bronze medal. He still ran under 20 seconds. I think he ran 19.7 something, I do believe. But shout out to him for doing that. That's hard. That is hard. And I just lied. Michael Johnson was number 4. Michael Johnson was number 4 over Letsile Tebogo all time. But Shout out to them boys. They ended up killing it. Nice final. But now we're going to move to the 400-meter hurdles. This was the most anticipated race for me. I'm pretty sure for everybody else. Because it's Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone versus Femme Cabot. Everybody and their mama was swearing that Sydney was about to get stomped by Femme Cabot last minute. I said again, I think it's going to be, I thought it for sure was going to be closer than ever, the way Femme Cabot has been looking. But I was like, Sydney's still going to win? She's still going to win. I never doubt Sydney. Sydney has broken 5 world records, and that ain't nothing I'm sleeping on. And I think 4 of them, she was not even pushed. So, no. But Sydney gets out there, and Femme Cabot's out there. And like I said, I was like, these are the 2 that's fighting for gold and silver. I was like, Anna Cockrell and Rochelle Clayton were going to fight for bronze. They get out there. The race starts. Femme Cabot immediately is the first one. I'm not Femme Cabot. Sydney is the first one over her to win. She gets over hurdle 1 first, gets over hurdle 2 first, but Femme Cabot and Anna Cockrell are like, Sydney's hopping over it, but they're like right behind her. So I'm like, Sydney's not as far, so she's taking the race out a lot smarter this time than what she did back in Eugene when she went under 50 for the 51 for the she went under 51 for the first time. So I was like, she's pacing it so she can kick it home. But they get around the second turn, they're all essentially together still. Sydney gets off that turn. I think she ran 38 coming into 300. 38 seconds coming into 300. But she ends up getting, and that's when she breaks away coming at hurdle 8. She's now stretching ahead of everybody. Femme Cabot, I was fully expecting her to be right there behind her. At least not right behind her, but at least close enough. Anna Cockrell was right there with Femme Cabot. I said, oh, shit. And then you watch, they get to hurdle 9. Femme Cabot and Anna are jumping off together. Femme Cabot is fading. Anna is accelerating. Sydney is all the way down there. You're going to see it in the picture. She is all the way down there, literally racing against the clock. Jasmine Jones is coming behind. I'm like, oh, shit. What if we get a 1, 2, 3 with Americans in the hurdles? Sydney breaks the world record yet again, 50.37 seconds. She took it from 50.65 to 50.37. That girl, that is the greatest athlete. That is the best athlete that we have in track and field. The best. She's right up there with Usain Bolt for me. Those are, and then Flojo, Usain Bolt, Michael Johnson, she right up there with them. She in that conversation as like, goat talk. Like, top 3 greatest female athlete, top 4 for me: Flojo, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Allison Felix, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. She's the GOAT. Don't you ever talk crazy about this girl ever again. Don't you ever say she's going to ever get beat. Nobody's beating this girl. In this event, nobody is touching her. She is literally about to take this event under 49 seconds with 10 hurdles. There are women that have not ran 50.37 without hurdles in the 400. Are you insane? Shout out to Anna Cockrell, though. Charlotte, stand up. She put Charlotte on the map. She broke 52 seconds running 51.85 to snatch silver from Femme Cabot, who ran 52.12 for third. Shout out to Femme Cabot, though, too. Shout out to her. She still managed to get a medal. She almost lost it. But, wow. 1-2 in the 400 hurdles. We have not had that since the last Olympics with Dalilah Muhammad. So, fantastic running. History-making shit. Like, Sydney McLaughlin is that girl. She's crazy. But we're not going to move to the last event of the night. The 110 hurdles. The men's 110s. USA versus Jamaica. 3 USA versus 3 Jamaica. Freddie Crittenden, Rasheed Broadbell, Orlando Bennett, Daniel Roberts, Hansel Parchment, the Olympic champion, and the world champion, Grant Holloway. Like I said, at the top, Daniel Roberts, I'm rooting for him always to win gold. So I was like, Daniel, come on, get out here. He looked ready. All the boys look ready. All of them look ready. So they get out there into their lanes. And let me put that race back up again, because, boy, I jumped out of my seat when they got to the first hurdle. When they got to the first hurdle, I about lost my mind. So the reason why I'm saying that, Getting out to the first hurdle, Danielle popped out them blocks so fucking hard, boy. He got out them blocks so hard, I swear it probably shocked him because he ended up hitting the first hurdle. He was low-key a little bit ahead of Grant, and that never really happens, ever. Nobody's really ever touching Grant over them first 5 hurdles. But Danielle got out. He got out so strong, too. But they get in the 2, 3, 4. He starts, I think he hit 4. I'm watching it back now. Let me see. They together. Him and Grant are together at 3. He hit 3. He hit 4. He's fighting, and you got Grant taking away, getting away. Rasheed Broadbell's coming back. It was between them 3 the whole time for 1, 2, 3. So Rasheed Broadbell, he's coming as Danielle is fighting at this point. He's hitting in between, losing balance. Grant's all the way down here now, and he ends up winning gold. Grant, he pretty much avenged his loss last season. Last Olympic Games, he was supposed to win that, but he got that win. Danielle, nice dive on the end. It was down to him and Rasheed Broadbell was right there on the line, and you watch that in the slow-mo. Danielle lost balance, but was leaning as he was doing it and fell forward. That was enough to get his chest across the line before Rasheed's. My boy got that silver medal. He avenged himself as well. He was out in the semifinals last Olympic Games. Rasheed Broadbell, he avenged himself because he was supposed to be in that final last year, and he ended up getting knocked out in the heats. So shout out to him too. Delivering. Every day we've had amazing, amazing results. Like the boys, Grant 12.99, even though it wasn't super fast, but it's still fast. 12.99 to win gold, 13.09 for Danielle to get that silver, and Rasheed Broadbell 13.09 as well. It was literally down to the 1,000, so they did that shit. They did it. But shout out to them. Shout out to my boys. Shout out to the United States. Shout out to Jamaica. Shout out to everybody in the world for giving us some good running. But let me know what y'all think. If you've gotten this far, have not already, thumbs up the video. Please do that. It helps get the video out. I love the engagement. Drop your comments down below. I want to talk to y'all. But I will see y'all tomorrow for some more bloodbaths. We got the hurdles. We got the 4x4. Quincy Wilson he's running, y'all. He's running. We get to see the little boy run. But it's gonna be interesting. Especially to see if Cabal bounces back. Because we know she's gonna be on that 4x4. And we know Sydney gonna be on that 4x4. And we're going to see who's going to anchor that thing home. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.